Come get to know your girl. There's a lot going on in her world. There's enough for you to get a view
of everything that's Keda's Brew.
From health, beauty, food, and crypto, these are the things you'll get to know. So come find the brew
that's right for you. Then you'll know what to do. Come get to know your girl. There's a lot going on in her world. There's enough for you to get a view of everything that's Keda's Brew. Keda's Brew will change your perspective, give you food for thought in the right direction, show you things to move the scale and help you out with every detail.
Change your perspective, food for thought in the right direction.
Show you things to move the scale and help you out with every detail.
Come on, get to know your girl.
Come on, get
Yeah.
Come on, get to know your girl. There's a lot going on in her world. There's enough for you to get a view. It's everything that's Keda's Brew.
What up, everybody? It's your girl Keda coming in on Keda's Brew TV. And I want to give a big shout out to the first two people in the room, Mr. Justin and Miss Susan. Welcome to the show. And originally I was supposed to have a guest. Yeah, I was supposed to. It didn't work out that way, and that's okay. Because there's a lot to talk about. And I actually will have a guest a little later on. My friend, Mr. Boatski, will be here today, and he will be feeding into some of the things that I'll be talking about tonight. One of the major things I did want to talk about is XRP Las Vegas. And I don't know about you, but I am super excited about XRP Las Vegas. I know I've said this before on this show, and everywhere, that my whole entire life changed last year when I went to XRP Las Vegas. And it wasn't the first time that I had been in Las Vegas during that time frame. Okay. Some people do know that I have a Discord, and we did a meetup at in Las Vegas during the time frame that XRP Las Vegas was happening. So this was not last year, but the year before, so 2 years ago. And I was able to meet some of the people that were in my Discord that I hadn't gotten to meet face to face or had conversations with or broke bread with or anything like that. So that was wonderful. And one of my besties, Melissa, Miss World Be Free, who actually is the creator of Dip a Toe, Let's Talk Crypto. She and I actually were working on the pre-party for the XRP Las Vegas, conference for Alan Staple. So we did that, and we got to meet our friends, which was amazing. And at that time, I was just, a hodler, and that was my thing. I was like, I got it. I'm gonna hold it. That's what it is. And, I think we all were of the mindset of just trying to find the way to be able to protect it. And, we're diamond hands, that kind of thing. So we did that, and that was great. So last year, when Alan Staple had asked Melissa to help out with the pre-party, we did that, and we did it pretty big. I was, one of the sponsors there with Keda's Brew, and we had a great time. We had just about everybody and their mama at that particular party. But what was so special about last year was I actually decided to go to the conference, and that was, after, a little bit of prodding, because I was like, I'll be in Vegas, but I'm not going to the conference. I'm not going to do that. And as a person that really likes to learn and evolve and grow and all of these things, um, Melissa was like, "Hey," Melissa and Simon both were like, "Hey, Keda, come on, you got to go to the conference." You know what I'm saying? You're coming. You got to go. And I was of the mindset, as a hodler normally would be, well, that's a kind of an exorbitant amount of money to pay to go to a conference. And especially because I'd never been to one before, I was thinking that it was an exorbitant amount of money. And for me, I was like, well, instead of spending this money on this ticket to go to this conference, why don't I just buy more XRP? You know, but at the same time, I was like, well, if I'm going to really be in this ecosystem and really want to know what's happening or be in the know about what's happening in the ecosystem, maybe I should go. And so I did. I decided to go ahead and purchase the ticket. That I did it that night. And you know, like I said, I was already going to be there. So it wasn't like I had to change flights or do anything like that, or, change, living arrangements while there. So I did, and I went. And I will tell you, it was the best decision I had ever made. I met so many people that I had been watching all on YouTube, or, in spaces with, or, having conversations with, or, seeing from afar and not really understanding. And I do have to tell you, it's one thing to see people online, have a thought process of who they are, what they're about, and all of that. I am definitely an in-person girl. I need to see you. I need to touch you a little bit. You know what I mean? Not in a lascivious way, but I need to be able to lock eyes with you. Maybe hug your neck a little bit. Break a little bread, have a drink, sit down, pontificate, and have a whole conversation. I'm that kind of girl, and so this was the perfect opportunity for me to be able to do that. Didn't mean I had to spend my digital assets while I was there. It just meant I wanted to meet the people that I'd been seeing. Okay. And there's all kinds of different meetups that can happen and things of that nature. So for me, it was great. I met Steak and Bake Bully and Mr. Sam, and who would have known that, they would come up with TrueFi. And now I work so closely with them that I now co-host with them on their spaces, and so that would be the Friday fiesta and then also the Sunday sesh. So, I would not have done that. I also am really in tune with vibes. People's vibes are important. They are super important. And especially if this is a place that you plan to do business in. And the thing about being, in this ecosystem, and especially as a hodler, it's one thing to, hey, this is my investment. I'm going to hold on to it, and that's going to be it. The crazy thing about it is that XRP was meant to be used. It was meant to be used. I mean, it's meant to be a cross-border payment token. That's what it's for. However, there's so many amazing things about the XRPL itself, and that's the XRP ledger, the blockchain, that not only should you have the actual token itself, but you should understand how the blockchain works and how you can utilize it, right? Think about all of the NFTs that are created, the tokens that are created. And these things were being done on different blockchains, and you'd see them run places like, Ethereum. They have NFTs on Ethereum. They have coins on Ethereum. Absolutely. They also have, smart contracts on Ethereum. Okay. That's there. Okay. Now, Solana, very well known for their meme coin world token, meme coin, NFTs. They're very well known for that, Solana is. And I don't know much about that world because that was never my thing. It was never my whole, you know, uh reason for being in the actual ecosystem. So for me to now be very entrenched into the XRPL, what's happening, and as I also have my own, IRL business, and for those that don't know what IRL is, that means in real life. I do have a business where I make an actual physical product, right? So if I know that the blockchain is going to end up being the standard and every business is going to have some type of a presence in the blockchain, then I needed to understand more about it, and me going to XRP Las Vegas was the way to open the floodgates for me. I had no idea there were, you know, ecosystems like IMUTV. What y'all don't even realize is I'm streaming on IMU TV right now to 48 different countries outside of being on YouTube, as outside of being on X, and this is something that I had no idea about. At that conference, there was a Shark Tank. My magical internet friends were on that stage. That was priceless. And I was able to be in that room to see them present their projects. And when I learned about some of the different projects that were presenting on that stage, I was blown away. We had one woman who was, had come up with a whole DeFi program where people were getting over 200 API. Now, I can't necessarily say that that is still the thing, but that was what it was. IMU TV was out there doing big things for independent music artists, right? And what's crazy about it is they won second place last year to TextRP, and TextRP is like a communication piece on XRPL, right? And from that vantage point, both of them have grown so much, leaps and bounds. And they're going to be on that Shark Tank stage again. And I'm super excited about that. So I intend to be right in that room, being able to say, I saw those presentations. Because I think it's great to be able to be there and support your friends, especially when they're doing something amazing and when they're doing something great. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that my friends from Florida Man Landscaping might be on that stage for the Shark Tank with what they're building. And there's even more to be announced out there. And when you understand what they are doing, oh my goodness. The Wandering Footprint will be there. I'm a nomad. So you better believe I'm going to be in that room rooting my girl Optimistic Prime on. Come on, let's go. And this is what I'm saying. Like, had I not gone last year, I would not have been privy to any of that. I wouldn't have been able to be say I was in the room with Dom and Phil Kwok as they were listening to these presentations. Crazy part is my indoctrination into the blockchain was with TextRP. And I have to give a shout out to the Queen of the Nile who is here at Florida Man Landscaping. Hey, Shauna. And Miss Susan Roblin in the house, as well as my lovely friend, Miss Melissa from Dip a Toe. And listen, when it comes down to it, to be able to see them on stage, like just putting out their blood's work. You know what I mean? Like they put their work out there for everybody to see, for us to be able to understand it. And when I met Will from TextRP, myself and Queen of the Nile were there talking to them, and they had a contest. And their contest was to get content and tag them. And, I was like, oh, this is right up my alley. I can do this. That's not a problem at all. So what did I do? I went ham. I mean, ham, to the point where my whole team won because I was out there just posting right, left, and center. And it was a blast. And I got to learn about their project and what they're doing to be the communication piece of the XRPL so that you can have conversations back and forth, have your own ecosystem inside of TextRP where you could trade inside of TextRP and go wallet to wallet. Like that was a game changer for me. And it was a game changer for them. They won $10,000 to be able to further their business. This year, that Shark Tank is even bigger and better. $100,000 is up for grabs. Doesn't mean one person is going to win $100,000. It means that is a 100x what it was. No, 10x. Sorry, 10x. 10x from last year. So can you imagine being up on that stage, being able to present your project and to be able to win and it be able to benefit your business, as well as having the notoriety to say that you did win at the Shark Tank? That's a beautiful thing. So from there, there's all kinds of things that happen. There's all kinds of people that'll be there. Brad Kimes will be there. Brad Garlinghouse will be there. David Schwartz will be there. Stuart Alderati. And thankfully, I've actually been at a couple of the XRP events, so I've actually gotten a chance to meet them as well. And so it's going to be an amazing time. It is. It's going to be an amazing time. And the day before that conference starts, we actually will have an event that's happening the day before that starts. And that is courtesy of my other brother from another mother, Mr. 68J and Crypto for Life. So they actually will be having this bad boy right here. And the XRP Las Vegas meetup will be on the Wednesday, and that's going to be the 29th of April. And as you can see here, it is jam-packed with amazing notables from the blockchain. Everyone from John Deaton, Eleanor Terrett, Paul Barron, Hugo Filion from Flare, Versan Aljara, who is from Black Swan Capitalist, him and his brother, Josh Nelson, ABS, which is GMC and GEC, Mickle, Shannon Thorpe, Meta Lawman, Jim Bazzini from Caleb and Brown, Stephen Narioff, who is from Rigged from the Start, the story of ETHgate and the systematic turn down of XRP, Armando Pantoja, my lovely sister from another Mr. and Mrs. Miss World Be Free, Melissa will be on there, Stone, the lovely Stone, Lady K, all of us from the Digital Ladies Unscripted, Melissa, myself, and I know Opti will be there as well. Now, she may not be on stage, but she will be there. Alan Staple will be there. Ito Farina, who is this? Andrew, I can't pronounce that. I'm not going to try. Mr. Man will be there. You can't lose when Mr. Man is there. He is such a great soul. I cannot wait to see him again. King Karan, John Singh, as well as TK will be there. Listen, it is going to be a major event. It's going to be from 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. And what's beautiful about it is yes, there will be a cash bar, but this will be something that people that may not necessarily go to the XRP Las Vegas conference can go to and still see the same people, right? And so we will have, we very well may have notables from many other places as well, because we will have the folks from IMU TV there. Niall Cottrell will be in town. Rob Nichols as well as Fitzy will be in town, and hopefully Milk will be there with him, his wife, who is one of the most amazing fine artists, and she makes amazing custom sneakers. She will literally trick out a pair of Converse. She will make Vans for you. She will customize them however you want, and this is all hand drawn. This woman is an absolute beast. I resonate so much with her, and she's an amazing person. Cannot wait to see her. And so this event will be amazing for this Crypto for Life 68J event. And that will also feed into a dinner. It'll be a VIP dinner. The cost for this was $99 beforehand, and then 100, I believe it was 125 or 150 at the door. That has changed. That has changed. That has changed. It is now $99 at period to get into the event. Okay. Or did that? Yeah, that's what it is. Now, they will also have streaming for it if you're unable to make it to the event. And that streaming event, we just found out today, was slashed to $49.99. So it's half price of what it was at $99. And you'll be able to get all access to all things. They're having a professional filming crew that'll be coming in, and they will be doing the thing. I'm excited to see what they're doing, but I'll be there. I'll be there in the house hanging, because these are all friends, and I'm excited to be able to see them as well. So it's going to be hardcore. And one of the winners of the streaming is in the house, Miss Susan Rovland. So I'm excited for her to be able to watch that and hang out with us, even from home. That's going to be amazing for you. And I'm super excited for you. Congratulations. So that's going to be amazing. And from that vantage point, I'm going to swing it back over to XRP Las Vegas, because my friends from Florida Man Landscaping at FML, which is FinTech Management Limited, is going to be there. And they are going to make this an amazing time. And I have my guest, Mr. Boatsky, is here. And so I am going to bring him onto the stage so that he can join me. I'm going to remove this first and bring up Mr. Boatsky. Hey, Mr. Boatsky, how are you today?
Hey, I'm doing good. Can you give me like 2 minutes here? I'm just organizing myself.
Of course. You go ahead and get yourself situated, and I heard you just
Amazing.
fine. So, he will be here, and we're gonna fill you in on all things XRP Las Vegas. See, for those of you that might not know, we have some really cool things happening for XRP Las Vegas that I'm super excited for. We were actually in a meeting about that, like a little bit before getting into this stream. And I want to shout out those people again that are here hanging out with me. Don't forget to hit the like, share, and also send this out there so we can get some more people in here, and subscribe to the channel. Keda's Brew TV has been growing, and I'm super excited about it. And in the meantime, what I'm going to do before Mr. Boatsky gets back, what I'm going to do is I am actually going to run a commercial. And this is actually, strangely enough, it's Botsky talking about it. And we're going to be talking about the Bearded Ape Society. I want you to hear about that because those are my peoples. And we came out with a major men's line. So listen up.
Introducing the Bearded Ape Society, a hand-drawn NFT and token ecosystem. Vapes has over 2,000 NFTs rewarding holders, a docs development team, and real-world services and products such as premium beard oils, balms, and grooming products, plus barber sponsorships and community experiences. Clean art, real products, real opportunity, transparent builders. A project built for long-term value, not short-term hype. The Bearded Ape Society, beard-backed, XRPL powered.
Oh, see, I was all talking. And I'm gonna have to look and see if he's texting me and letting me know if he's ready or not. I hope so, because I know he was getting himself situated. You know what? I think what he'll probably do is take off his other part so I can see him. But yeah, it looks like boom. All right. So let me go ahead and bring up my dear friend, Mr. Votsky. And what happened? Where'd you go? There you are.
don't I don't
Hey, Mr.
I don't
Votsky.
understand StreamYard clearly. I just went back and it just exited me out. Whoops.
Yes, it did. It's okay.
Whoops.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to Keda's Brew TV. This is Botsky, and he is one of the amazing members from the XRPL community. It has a very, very extensive resume. He is an opera singer. He is a creator. He's a vocalist. He is an instrumentalist. He does digital art. He will make the best type of advertisements. And I just played the commercial that he did for the Bearded Ape Society. And so welcome in, Botsky. How are you today?
Thank you so much. I'm doing really well. If I'm a little bit quiet, it's because my son is sleeping in the next room. But this is the best place with Wi-Fi, so I don't want to move.
I
But
don't want you to move.
I'm doing very well. Happy to be here. Thanks so much for having me on. And yeah, Bapes is they got some great products. Everyone, you guys should check them out.
Absolutely. So I didn't even really talk about it yet. I didn't even give them any tie-in as to why you're here today.
Oh,
But the good, so here's the thing. I know we've been talking about XRP Las Vegas. We've been talking about the Crypto for Life event that's happening on the Wednesday, which is the 29th. But Botsky and some of the other projects on the XRPL. And this was his idea, and I'm going to let him talk about it. But we've come together for something great. And I want Botsky to have the chance to be able to talk about what we are planning up, what we're cooking up for you. So go right ahead, Botsky.
awesome. I got involved in crypto, specifically the XRPL, probably about close to 2 years ago now. It's always a hard winter for me to remember year wise because it was all kind of a blur because my dad was in the hospital and he was kind of dying. So there's a lot of I don't really remember what date, but anyways, I got into it. So I'm fairly new to the whole space, to the XRPL, and my first experiences were kind of poor, as we all kind of experienced. Not necessarily in the XRPL, but just in crypto in general. Just I was encouraged to get involved in a couple projects and invest in them. And of course they got rugged and I was like, oh, okay, trial by fire. You learn very quickly what to watch out for. But I found a lot of solace and a lot of inspiration in the XRPL with the way the community was kind of run by its leaders And I guess at the time they really weren't leaders. They were forging forward, and they became leaders to no surprise on my end. And I just the community really resonated with me, and I've been involved in a couple projects, sort of on the back end, trying to help out and make things work. I kind of just dove ahead without telling anybody who I am. I just realized this. Um, yeah, I mean, you kind of said
Let us
something.
know. Let us know
You
who
kind of
you
said
are.
something about it, but I am so as Keda said, I'm an opera singer. That's my main profession. And since because of COVID and other things, I've pivoted. So I was traveling to and singing in Europe, and I was at the Montreal Opera House, and I was singing all over the world, really. And COVID kind of killed everything, and I started to get a little bit more serious into investing and finance, and kind of once again trial by fire, learn by burning your wallets and burning your funds. But it's all education. If you at least if you learn from it, it's all education. And I got very interested in investing, and I've been an entrepreneur my whole life. As an opera singer, you gotta fund yourself, you gotta create events, you gotta network. It's very, very involved. So kind of fast forward to where I started, in that I discovered the XRPL as my dad was passing away, and he ran the acupuncture business that the family had up in Canada, or down in Canada, depending where you are. So I ended up basically taking that over, and I'm running all the operations. And so I've been really pushing all my business experience and entrepreneurial experience of how to network and how to bring in customers, and how to expand the business and how to optimize things. And I guess the last bit about me is that I've also been a music director at churches since I was like 13. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm a music director of a pretty big church up here in the Midwest, and so it's all about team organization and optimizing tasks. So I had a lot of those business skills already, but then when I started applying it to my investment strategies and investing and applying it to the XRPL, I found that teams were really lacking certain things, right? Like a lot of coins would build up and then rug, and people wouldn't know
Right.
why. And it all just came down to just business structure. Like they had no plan. Their plan was, I want to get rich, like that last guy in Seoul, whose
Right.
coin went to like 10 million. And nobody actually had like a real plan. So, in sort of talking about this, among other things, I'm also wearing a 10X hat. I met my business partner now at one of these 10X conferences, and his brother is part of one of my crypto projects, hilariously enough, the Money Grabbers. So
Nice.
we decided to team up and create Botsky TV, where we help educate, inform, and provide tools in a community for people to help grow their businesses in real life, help grow their digital crypto projects, or a crossbreeding of the two, being able to just understand what we're dealing with, understand the importance of investing your capital and investing in a smart way, because that's an important thing you can do with cash flow in your business. And then, of course, teaching people how to build their business from the ground up or optimize your already functioning business, and of course, to help you scale and grow. One of the benefits we have of my partner being a 10X certified coach is that we get all of the Grant Cardone 10X material to be able to use and teach. And I know this is a long backstory, but it's important as to why and where this sort of came from. And for those of you who don't know who Grant Cardone is, he's a kind of real estate mogul, sales mogul, and he has like written tons of books on sales and strategies on acquiring leads and developing funnels. And it's actually very, very interesting, and you should check him out. I definitely have gained a lot from attending his conferences. And anyways, in creating this business and creating this entertainment education platform, I wanted to give something back to the community as well. I wanted to be kind of people always did giveaways and stuff, but I wanted to kind of show the strengths of the community, show the strengths of the kind of people that are leading the ledger right now.
Yes.
And I wanted to just contribute a small part. I used to live in Vegas, so I know a lot about the town, and I know a lot of people there. and I get a lot of offers to go down there as a local. It's just kind of natural that happens. So I said, well, why don't I just give my room away, like some rooms away to someone who doesn't have the opportunity to maybe go and spend like it's like a $4,000 trip down to XRPL Las Vegas, right?
Well, here's and let's talk about that because I think that that's really important for people to understand. So, one of the main reasons that I wanted Boatski to be on here is, he came to myself and to Zach from the Bearded Ape Society, and we had a conversation, and we talked about his idea of wanting to do something really cool for XRP Las Vegas. And when he came to us, it was like, oh, that's so great. Ah, what a great thing. And, he was like, why don't we give back to our community? Why don't we give back to the XRP community
Mhm.
and do something that no one has thought to do and in a big way? Now,
And to preface, the whole reason that I got to there was because that was the one, as I said earlier, this was why I did the big build up. It was the one community in the crypto space that I found that wasn't screaming bye 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 to the moon. Wah! Like I'm sure we did some of that stuff, but like it was a community that was more about building relationships,
right.
about helping people out, about offering opportunities for people to own little NFTs or big NFTs, and just getting everybody involved.
And
And I
grow.
loved that. And I loved
And
that. And I thought that this is the place that I think would really appreciate, because I could have done this anywhere, but I think that this community is the one that would really appreciate uh, receiving something like this that is kind of maybe a little bit over the top. I don't know.
I agree with you on that. And what we're talking about is a full blown trip to XRP Las Vegas, the whole shebang,
Yep,
meaning,
from your home, back to your home.
right, the whole shebang, the flight, the room, and it's not just a room, it's a suite. Community.
750 square foot suite. It's a
Mhm.
gorgeous. I have pictures up on the website on boatskitv.com, which I can post
And
later
I
once I
have
figure out how to do
I've
this.
got a little video here, so we're gonna
Okay,
do the
okay,
video too.
okay,
Um,
okay, great.
and the beauty of it is that it's not just the room and the trip to Vegas. It's the ticket to the show. It's the ticket to the conference. It's the ticket to the 68J event. It's the transportation to and from the actual airport to the hotel. And it's going to the after party after the XRP Las Vegas. And this is what we're talking about. And we are looking at this as something that we can implement yearly. Every year that there's an XRP Las Vegas event, this is what we can do,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And I'm excited that Boatsky thought of it and said, "Hey, this is a way to give back to the community. This is a way for us to get the community involved. This
Mhm.
is a way for us to be able to say, do you see what you can do if you just have a thought and you say to yourself, how can I implement that? Let me get my friends involved. Let us do this. Let's get this out here and let's make sure that people know how we can do that." And there's so many aspects of the XRP community and the ecosystem that we're able to tap into. And I think that's super important as well, because not only are we
100%.
looking at this from the standpoint of we're going to do this from Boatski's standpoint, but also from the Bearded Ape Society, he's going to be streaming from there live. Zach is. Okay. He's going to be there at all of the events. He'll be going around. He'll be talking to people, doing interviews, letting people know what's happening and streaming live. Okay. So there's more to it than just I'm going and then, I get to see some folks and that kind of thing. Oh, there's way more to it. Okay.
Yeah, the
No.
whole thought about that was that there are live streams that are up, but the streams that we're gonna do, um, as Botsky TV and Zach from Babes, the streams that we're gonna do are gonna be a little bit more personal. They're going to be connecting with the people that are behind all these projects that you see. They're going to be peeking into some behind the scenes stuff. They're going to be getting our thoughts on things. We're going to do some very cool live stuff. I don't even know if I should say it yet. I think I'll hold off till I get
You
some
gotta have some
confirmation.
surprises. You gotta have some surprises.
Yeah. So
Gotta have
we're going to do a lot of fun live stuff, and it'll all be accessed through every platform, basically Twitch, YouTube, IMUTV, Kick, X. I'm going to be broadcasting to all of those. We're going to have a streaming schedule, and the whole purpose was that if somebody can't afford a $600 ticket, well, now probably like $800-900 flight with the oil prices going up because of the war, room and board, which is a hotel in Vegas. If you want to stay on the strip, you're looking at about $1,800 to $2,000 for
easy
four
with
nights.
resort fees and all of the things. Yes, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
you don't have to spend that. You actually have to spend just a fraction of it to get that experience, and I mean a fraction.
A very small fraction. And this leads me to the next question, right? So I know you're like, how do I do this? How do I get into this? How am I going to be a part of this? Where's my entry? What do I do? And I have a little video that I'm going to put up because I think you need to see this. The entry for this is even one of the best parts of this. It's
Mm-hmm.
actually an NFT from one of the most amazing fine artists on the XRP ledger. And she's actually taken the Las Vegas experience and she has made that into one of one NFTs. There are exactly 250 NFTs that will be available for purchase. Okay. You do, but listen, that does not mean that these are rinky dink NFTs. All of these are fine art pieces that are one of ones.
Mm-hmm.
They're an experience in and of themselves. Okay. And I'm gonna go ahead and play this video that my friend and my brother from another mother created, Mr. Steak and Bake Bully. And I'm just going to let it play.
Are you ready? The time has come. Let the show begin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Now, I don't know about you, but those NFTs, if I could, I wish I had a soundboard
Yeah, right.
with the
That's right.
horns, okay? Because I don't know about you, but each one of those pictures that you saw were an NFT, and they're all one of ones that our friend's son has created. Now, there will be a whitelist that is associated with um, this particular situation. Okay. And that whitelist, the
Mm-hmm.
only way you can get onto that whitelist is to own and one of the NFTs that Sun has created prior to this particular mint. And that includes all of her work that's on the XRPL, as well as any of the collaborations that she's done. And she's done collaborations with Brashino as well as with
Right.
Solid Beats, who are amazing musicians and have some of the most amazing music out there. So, in the event that you are looking for and want to become part of the whitelist, I will tell you right now that any one NFT that you own from Sun is the ability to have another spot on the whitelist. Okay. Again, remember, there's only 250 NFTs available at all. Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
one person that owns one of those NFTs will be chosen as the winner of the XRP Las Vegas experience. Okay. But
That's
there's
right.
also going to be some really great goodies that'll come from other people that are part of this particular collaboration. And we are going to leave those because I think that those will be great surprises when they get here. So,
Yeah, we got a lot of cool stuff that we're gonna be giving away to you guys as some secondary bounties. And
yes.
if you receive one of those secondary bounties, it does not mean you are not in the running for the grand prize. Everybody is in the running for that grand uh, bounty prize that we're gonna reveal of what which NFT it is.
And
And
I should also
go ahead.
mention as well, um, be aware. This does not mean that I will say this. When we're looking at a flight, we're looking at the US in this instance, okay? However, if you are out of the country and you are wanting to participate as well as maybe even win, just know that you do have to meet certain requirements and we can actually supplement whatever the flight is from wherever you are. Okay. Now, when it comes down to it, you do have to have a passport in order to be able to get into the country. You do have to be able to travel, with no limitations. And then you also have to be able to present that documentation when you are traveling. Okay. You do have to
And
have,
just to clarify, when you say supplement, what we mean is that there's a allotted fee that we've
correct.
accounted for a flight within the US. So whatever the difference of that flight is, so I'm just going to pull a random number out because I need to look at our charts. Say it's like $400 or something like that we have allotted. If you live in Europe and your flight is $1,300 and you really want to go, well, you can apply that $400 to it, but the rest is going to have to come out of your own pocket. So just
Yes.
be aware, and the verification for the winners will have to be pretty quick on a pretty quick timeline because
Yep.
we want to lock everything in. We want to make sure that all the reservations and everything are taken care of. We have the
Yes.
hotel to reserve, the flight to reserve. We have appointments to reserve for the stuff that's being awarded for BAPES, and we
Yes.
have timelines to set up and your transportation when you get there as well.
Yep.
So there's a lot of moving pieces, and we'll need to move quickly. So be prepared on the day that we're announcing these. And we can say when we're announcing it, right? We can say the final date, or we haven't even said when the whitelist is up yet.
We haven't because if I'm not, so yeah, we actually have. So what's happening is this week we will be talking about it in Coffee and Crypto on Friday. We will also be talking about it as well on Friday evening at Friday Fiesta. We will be letting people know exactly all of the information concerning being able to get on the whitelist and all of those things because we want to make sure that everybody that wants to get onto the whitelist is able to up and until we're able to go ahead and start, taking people that are getting the NFTs. So I believe that we will start with people purchasing the NFTs. I believe it was on Monday. I believe, for the whitelist, and then the
I
public
think
list.
Sunday evening. I think
Sunday,
Sunday
okay, so
evening
Sunday evening,
until
and that
Monday.
will go for 24 hours. And then
Hmm.
after that 24 hours will be the public mint. What I will
Correct.
say is that with there only being 250 NFTs, it's very possible that it will sell out before it even gets out of the whitelist.
Yeah.
Because there I'm sure that there's people that hold quite a few of Sun's art. And I know that they very well might go back and purchase the NFTs as well. So when it comes down to it, if they hold an NFT that, of Sun's, one NFT of hers is equal to one place on the whitelist.
Hmm.
So, some of them might use it all, some of them might use some, and some of them might use none. It depends on what they decide they want to do. But I will say that each one of the pieces that are out there in the wild that she's created, each one of them are stunning
Oh,
and
they're
amazing.
amazing. They're amazing.
They really are. And I'm going to be honest with you, when we were talking about the artists that would be highlighted and featured in this particular situation, she was the first person that came to my mind.
Hmm. Hmm.
And he can tell you, literally, we were in a whole conversation. And so much so that we actually, myself and her, were actually working on a project. And I said, oh no, you work on this and you come back to me after you're finished,
Yeah.
because I know how important this is and I know how
Yeah.
great you are at what you do. And so because of that, I'm like, listen, you do what you need to do, and then we'll work on what we're working on outside of that. But
Hmm.
I want you to get this done. Time is of the essence. Let's get this done. And she has shown and proved and completely exceeded our expectations, or even if we thought to have an expectation, she has exceeded all of it.
Yeah, it's pretty unreal. Just the amount of detail, the amount of variety, the amount of, well, I can say a little bit about the collection. It really is a blending. And I used to live in Vegas, and I'm a musician. So I always envisioned, and we all see Vegas in these old movies as these, you think of gangsters, you think of jazz, you think of these small clubs, you also think of these big, lavish, dining rooms and crystal and steakhouses. And some of that is still there, but it's really transitioned into this EDM hip hop party house. And
Yeah.
that's really the culture that they're bringing in now. Mind you, there still are there's a few small places that you can go to that still honor that old jazz time
Mhm.
experience. But even like I think the Tropicana was that Elvis's casino? I can't
I think
remember.
so. I think it was a Tropicana. I think it
Yeah,
was.
and it's gone. That's gone. That's gonna be a baseball
Mm.
stadium now. So old Vegas is disappearing, and really, without even really saying it, Sun really grabbed onto the old and new Vegas coming together, and it's a wonderful allegory. I think
Mhm.
that's the right word, allegory for us coming together as a community,
Yeah.
from all walks of life. We got older folks in the ledger, we got younger folks in the ledger, but we're all there for one reason, right?
Yeah.
To support each other, and this is I mean, this has turned
It
into
really
something so much
is.
bigger than what I even imagined. I wanted to give a hotel room away. This is turning. It started off at about, I think, a $2,500 value.
Mhm.
We're encroaching about $5,000 of
Easy.
value when it comes to
Easy.
the stuff that we're going to be providing in these packages. We're not going to give all the details away quite tonight. I'm
Mhm.
updating my website, boatskitv.com. We'll have a landing page where it'll detail everything for you guys about exactly what's going to be involved in the main bounty. And another reason to pick up these NFTs.
Before you go there, just to let you know, we will have an after space at 10:10. We've got about 4 minutes, well, about
I,
3.5 minutes before we roll out of here. Because I only have 1 hour. So
mhm.
we've only got about 3 minutes, but I definitely wanted to say if you're available to come over to the after space, come over. We'll talk more about this. And I definitely want to make sure that we're landing our plane beforehand.
Landed. Take me off the stage.
No,
Landed.
I'm not taking you off the stage. Are you kidding me right now? No, this is how we do things. I just wanted to make sure that we're all, online with the actual time frame because I know that we normally have like a hard stop. And so I definitely want to make sure that you come on over, check out the after space on X at 10:10 p.m. We will be talking about the XRP Las Vegas experience and what that means for everybody involved, from the people that are coming in to get on that white list, to the people that are looking to go, to the people that are thinking that they are thinking about going, but don't necessarily know whether they do or don't want to go. That's what we're going to do over there. First of all, Boatski, thank you for coming on to my show. It is always a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you for having me
here. And you're such an amazing person and so talented.
Oh, you too.
Y'all don't even know the type of things we got going on that's coming up out of here. Okay. And listen, when it comes down to it, this is what happens when community comes together.
That's right.
Okay. Because we have people from all kinds of different projects coming together to make this an amazing experience for one lucky person. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is not gambling. This is not anything like that. We are here to have a great time, to commune with each other, to be able to have people experience XRP Las Vegas. Shoot, you might even be in the room for the Shark Tank, all of that. Don't forget also there's Boatski TV. And he is there with Dalton. His name's Dalton, yes?
Correct.
From
Correct.
10X. And
Correct.
listen, when it comes down to it, they are going to be able to help you get to a whole new place, okay? They're going to help you 10X whatever that is that you are looking to do, whether that's a business, whether that's investing, whether that's, 10Xing your life, your mindset, your money, your homes, your business, doing all of those things. That's what we're talking about with 10X. And it's a mindset. You have to get yourself there. Okay.
Nailed it,
And
Keda.
that's what I'm talking about. So from that vantage point, I want to give a shout out to the people that came to hang out with us tonight. FML, Mr. Zam, Miss World Be Free from Dip a Toe, Miss Gone Rogue, Susan Roland, I love you so much. You're so sweet. Miss Shauna with FML, I love you so much. And don't forget to go check out Keda's Brew TV. As well as kedasbrew.com. I've got a new brew out. It is named the Shauna after Shauna Wynn. And listen, she came and asked me for a brew that only had honey and castor oil. And that bad boy is something to be seen and used. Use it on that skin, make it glow, help your skin out, as well as protect it from the elements. I've got a bad sunburn on my back. The only thing that's going on it right now is some big tallow. So I was in the garden. Don't judge me. So I will see you all in the after space. I want y'all to have the most amazing time, and I will see you there. Have a great one, y'all. Thank you.
Come get to know your girl. There's a lot going on in her world. There's enough for you to get a view
Of everything that's Keda's Brew.
from health, beauty, food, and crypto. These are the things you'll get to know. So come find the brew
That's right for you. Then you'll know what to do. Come get to know your girl. There's a lot going on in her world. There's enough for you to get a view of everything that's Keda's Brew.
Keda's Brew will change your perspective,
Give you food for thought in the right direction. Show you things to move the scale and help you out with every detail.
change your perspective, food for thought in the right direction.
Show you things to move the scale and help you out with every detail.
Come on, get to know your girl.
Come get to know.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, get to